Hello students, it is Nabiullah Siddiqui, your computer teacher. So, in my previous video, I explained about the internet, the history of the internet, and who governs the internet, and some advantages and disadvantages of the internet. So, in that video, I shall be telling you about the protocols TCP/IP, HTTP, HTTPS, and how to connect a computer. So, getting started with the internet and the protocols. So, what do you mean by the protocol? So, protocol is a set of rules which the computer use to communicate with the other. So, always, when you listen a word protocol, it means it is a set of rules, and if it is a communication protocol, then it will be having rules for the communication, traveling for the rules for the traveling. So, protocol means the set of rules. So we are having many protocols in the computer. The first we are having is internet protocol. So what do you mean by internet protocols? In short, it is known as IP. So the two main functions of internet protocol are, one is addressing, another is routing. Addressing means it assigns the address to the data packets. Data packets means when we send the information is sent into the parts, and these parts are known as the packet. Okay, so it assigns the addresses on the packet and then sends the packet over the network. Sending of packet internet using TCP/IP is called routing. So next is TCP. TCP and that IP works together and known as TCP/IP. So next is TCP, that is transmission control protocol. Transmission control protocol. So TCP is for the communication between the applications. Communication between the applications. So if you are having a computer, if you are having a browser, in browser you are requesting a page from the Google. So Google is the server. So communication between the server and the client. It is a communication between the application. So its major functions are breaking up the breaking up and assembling the data. If one application wants to communicate with the another via the TCP, it sends a communication request. This request must be sent to an exact address. After a handshake between the two applications, TCP will set up a communication between the two applications until it is closed by one of the two applications. Sometimes it is written server busy, means server is not responding, communication could not be started. Sometimes it is started, but after doing the work we close the browser or the page. So when we close or the server closes the connection, it is closed. So TCP IP is communication protocol for the communication between the computer on the internet. Together they are known as TCP IP, stands for transmission control protocol and internet protocol. So TCP/IP defines how the electronic devices like computer, laptop, mobiles should be connected to the internet, how it should be connected, and how the data should transmitted between them. So together TCP/IP does the work for connection and the transmission. Okay. Next we are having trans HTTP, hypertext HTTP transfer protocol, hypertext transfer protocol. So HTTP is a set of rules. Of course, it is a protocol, then it is a set of rules, but it works for transferring the files such as text, images, sounds, videos, and other multimedia files on the World Wide Web. So some terms in that video we will be discussing it into the next video, like hypertext, World Wide Web. Okay, so don't you worry about these words for now. The user indirectly makes use of HTTP, and it is an application protocol. It is an application protocol. that runs on the top of TCP/IP suite of protocol. TCP/IP suite of protocol means TCP/IP is not alone protocol, but they are the suite. Suite means they are a combo pack, means having many protocols inside them. In them TCP/IP, in the TCP/IP, HTTP works on the top. So it is used when the web user opens their web browser and requests the page. HTTP interacts with the remote machine. Remote machine means the server. Server I will be discussing in the next video. Web server to deliver the request to the resource. In other words, HTTP is a request response standard between a client and server. So client server architecture I already told you in the classes, but later we will be discussing it into the next video also. So client server protocol, client server architecture, or the request response architecture. So HTTP is a request response standard between a client and a server. A client is the end user that we use the computer, is known as the client computer, and the server is the website or the machine at the remote location. So HTTP was initiated by Tim Berners-Lee in 1989. So who developed HTTP? Tim Berners-Lee at CERN. So what is HTTPS? Okay, it is a picture depicting the HTTP. Here the client is connected with the server using HTTP. It is an insecure connection. It is the main difference between HTTPS and HTTP. HTTP is a insecure connection, but HTTPS is, S means secure. So HTTPS is the secure version of HTTP. The S at the end of HTTPS stands for the secure. It means all the communication between your browser and the website are encrypted. Encrypted means encryption is done on the communication. Encryption means the communication is encoded. Okay, that is encrypted. HTTPS is often used to protect highly confidential online transactions, like we are using online banking, online shopping. So we use our credit cards, our UPIs for the payment. So these are to be done with the secure connection. So we will use HTTPS. Of course, not we will use it directly, but it will be provided to us when we are doing such confidential transactions. So web browser such as Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome also display a padlock icon on the address bar to we visually indicate that HTTPS is connected. It is the same picture, but here the connection is encrypted. So next is resources required to be connected with the internet. If you want to connect yourself with the internet, then we are required with some components: a computer, minimum 20 GB of the space, and a modem. Modem is a modulator, demodulator connected to the telephone line, and then ISP, a service provider, internet service provider. In India, MTNL, BSNL, VSNL, Airtel, these are the ISPs, internet service providers. And an internet application software we are required, for example Microsoft Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Netscape, Escape Navigator, Apple Safari, Google Chrome, etc. Okay, so in that video this is all, and next video I will be describing more words, terminologies, and connection types. Okay, till then stay safe, stay home, and thank you for the watching the video.